Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Arif. I'm a student from Universitas Buana Perjuangan Karawang. My major is Informatika engineering. Here I'm going to deliver my opinion about COVID-19 pandemic era and how to prepare yourself for new normal era. Welcome to the new age. Maybe that's the right word to describe what humans experience as an effect of the COVID-19 pandemic that hit. Without us knowing it, the COVID-19 pandemic that has hit humans has brought humans into a new era. An era that makes us humans feel less comfortable because we have to follow health protocols that we have never done before and change our habits. Those of us who were initially free to travel anywhere to carry out our daily routines were asked to start limiting mobility. Even in some countries, a lockdown was applied to isolate their citizens from traveling out of the house. Except for emergency and urgent matters that force you to get out of the house. The government also requires people to wear masks and wash their hands with soap and running water, avoid crowds, and several other health protocols. After the discovery of the vaccine, the public is required to carry out a vaccination program of at least 2 doses. Even for medical personnel, they are still given a third dose or booster to help the body recognize and reduce the potential for exposure to the COVID-19 virus. The implementation of social and physical distancing in various countries indirectly has several impacts on various fields of human life, including number 1, job and career. With the implementation of physical and social distancing or lockdown in various countries, a new habit has emerged, namely completing our work from home. Those of us who previously always worked where we work, such as in factories and office, are now required to work from home to reduce mobility and reduce the risk of transmitting the virus both on the go and at work. Who work in the office, they do the work and also administration from their respective homes. While those who work in factories or in the field, some adjustments are made in their workplace to comply with the health protocols that have been implemented. Some of them, such as maintaining distance at work and reducing worker capacity from 25 to 50% in the work environment, and many other changes. Number 2, education. One of the areas affected by the COVID-19 pandemic is education. In Indonesia, with restriction on interaction, the government issued a policy to close school and replace teaching and learning activities with the distance learning system. The implementation of a new policy, of course, has a negative side as well as a positive side. The problem with the distance learning system include access to information is constrained by the network, which causes slow access to information. Students complain because the assignments given by the teacher are more than face-to-face learning, and the application of online learning also makes educators think again about the learning models and methods that will be applied. Behind this problem and complaints, of course, There are lessons from distance learning that are currently being applied, including students and teachers get free internet quota to support school education. Student and teacher can master technology to support online learning. In this era of increasingly sophisticated technological disruption, teachers and students are required to have the ability in the field of learning technology. With the work from home policy, it is able to force and accelerate them to master digital learning technology as a necessity for them. Even though education in Indonesia has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, behind all of this, there are certainly lessons to be learned. The existence of a government policy to conduct distance learning via online can provide benefits for increasing awareness in mastering current technology and overcoming problems in the education process in Indonesia. And number 3, environment. Indirectly, the COVID-19 pandemic has had several positive impacts on the environment, such as reduced burning of fuel oil, reduced use of resources and waste disposal, reduced vehicles on the roads which have been causing congestion, and also reduced industrial activity, as well as reducing pressure on the tourism sector. This includes river water that seems to be starting to clear again. The level of air pollution is decreasing, and the air quality is getting better. The sky is starting to look clearer. And we are starting to empathize with the social environment. In addition to the positive impact, the COVID-19 pandemic has also brought negative impacts, including increase in medical waste, the occurrence of many errors in the disposal of personal protective equipment, increase in urban waste production, reduced recycling activity, and many more. Next, how to prepare yourself for the new normal era. First, even though you have been vaccinated, don't be careless. Still apply health protocols such as wearing a mask, keeping your distance, and avoiding crowds, and washing your hands with soap and running water. The next step is to start managing finance well. Use the money we have to buy necessities first, and delay buying what we want. Shop as needed, and do not need to be excessive in stocking necessities. And start to save and invest. Lastly, multiply worship and get closer to God the Creator according to their respective religions and beliefs. I can conclude that this pandemic is one of the tests given. I can conclude that this pandemic is one of the tests given by the Creator to us as a form, so that we all become better individuals. Every event there must be a cause and purpose for the creation of a disaster. Hopefully the pandemic will pass soon, but the economy and life can recover and be better than the previous era. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.